Okay, right.
Captain Rohit Paudel in at 3 was very good against the West Indies 18, leading run scorer last year in Nepal. There was a noise, but I think it was speculative rather than expectant. And I think it was the arm ball again from Akil Hussain. Yeah, arm ball wide of the crease. Bertel probably premeditating his advance rather than picking pace and style of delivery. Django behind the stumps couldn't get enough on it. Obed McCoy doing the cleaning up. For Django, how big an occasion, Carlos?
Yeah, massive opportunity for him with the gloves, but also with the bat. I think he's someone who's a very flexible batter. He's left-handed. There's a proliferation of left-hand middle-order batters in the West Indies now. But you think of his dexterity to bat at the top, not sure where he's back today, but his dexterity to bat at the top or the middle, a good player of spin, is someone that could be a real asset moving forward.
Oh yes, Akil, yes, Akil. Good spin, Akil, good spin. Keep going. Spin one pass, Akil. Come on. Very well ball, Akil. Very well ball, Akil.
Single gathered.
What I like about this dismissal is I feel as though Bertel was almost duped into using his feet. You think about what the options that Akil was saying, maybe walk across and go leg side. They've blocked deep square, they've blocked deep mid wicket, they've asked him, use your feet and go downtown. I dare you to. He did, and he lost his wicket.
Successful over for Akil Hussain, 12 for 1.
Introducing Devil's Hot Chicken Noodles. Nepal's hottest bite. It's devilicious.
1 million subscribers. पैसा कमाउँछ नि मार्केटमा आउँछ नि त प्रधान
3 T20s, one tonight. 29th to the 30th of this month. Jason Holder. It's a chance. And Casey Carty takes it, and another opportunity or effort to use the feet by the batter following Bertel's dismissal. Carty made it look maybe a little more challenging.
Once again, good planning from the West Indies, asking the Nepalese batters to go downtown. The very good square of the wicket. How's your straight game? Another challenge laid down and another challenge lost. Casey Carty with should have been a relatively easy catch, and first wicket in the series for Jason Holder, big one for him. Asif Sheikh going for 3, 12 for 2 Nepal.
हरेक उत्सवलाई महोत्सव बनाउँदै लभी हस्पिटालिटी ग्रुप
8 जनाले हेर्न भ्युज मेरोमा हेर्न 2 विकेट गइसक्यो भ्याइएको के अब 3 ओभरमा 2 विकेट छ यही बे म्याच भ्याइन अहिले त जाऊ कति द भाइले जान्छ के सुत्नु हजुर चिम्मा
Kushal Malla at one stage, the youngest player to debut in T20 international.
यहाँ लप परिरहेको रहेछ
At the age of 15 against Zimbabwe. How crucial a tour is this? You said it for Jason Holder, given all his experience.
Yeah, I think his tour is important for two reasons. One, his reintegration into the West Indies team. He's still been playing T20, but he wants to provide a body of work in West Indies colours more recently to move on to play ODI cricket again and eventually Test cricket. He said it publicly. It's tours like these where I feel senior players are so important. You have 4 guys making the debut, another potential 2 or 3 that can make the debut over the next couple of games. Jason Holder is a model professional. He's someone who, when you look at how he lives his life off of the field, how he trains, how he interacts with the CEO versus the janitor, he's someone that you'd want around. And if he can obviously nail his personal performance, but added to that, usher in the next age of West Indies cricketers, I think this is an important series for those 2 reasons.
Yeah, I tend to agree. He'll be another leader for Akhil Hussain to lend an ear to. And of course, Rohit talked about the fact that he felt batting first led to more wins here at Sharjah in recent times. And the numbers confirm his theory in 2025. Batting first has won 8 T20 internationals, yet batting second 2. Never forgot that first World Cup game for Nepal in Texas last year when they played, I think it was Netherlands. The fans that turned up there set the tone for the entirety of the World Cup. They came out in numbers, in force, and created an atmosphere that was unforgettable. Really fell further in love with Nepalese cricket and the Nepalese people during that World Cup and that leg in the USA. And they've got some skills on field to back it up as well. Nice shot. Bigger boundary over there, but can't be hauled in. Lovely shot for Malla to get on his wing. 4 overs gone, 18 for 2.
Get the best value American degrees in Nepal. How do you say? When we got the best of everything, all at the best value.
Just for the cricket team, but for the country as well. Dreams for people right the way across the beautiful Himalayan nation. Just the 2 men that they would like it there right now. Paolo, the captain, and the returning
Good evening, Lillian. Good evening, everybody. Nepal losing 2 wickets inside the power play. Kushal Malla. He was not in the squad for the Scotland tour, but making his comeback in the top end series in Australia. The 2 batters out, Kushan Patel and Asif Sheikh, the 2 openers. Trying to play the same shot coming down the track.
The threats has come from Akhil Hussain and the experience of Jason Holder. Two fine players, whatever the level, whatever the format. Akil Hussein's threat here in the power play, maybe the foremost left-arm spinner that's used in these first 6 overs of any T20 international cricket. Finds the gap but won't find the rope. Will pick up a single. Good start from Kushal Malla.
Yeah, we can see lots of Nepali fans. There's the 2 wickets coming down the track. Didn't read the ball. It was an arm ball. Seam up delivery by Akil Hussain. And the next one again coming down the track. Asif Sheikh couldn't get hold of it. Straight to Karti at mid-on.
The attempt of the reverse sweep, but that's off the bat or maybe the glove. Plenty of experience out there in the middle as well. Buddy Pradhan, he immediately shakes the head and says not out. First instinct, good decision, yes, off the bat.
Yes, it was off the gloves. Akil Hussain was very certain that it was off the pad.
Again, the arm ball. Powell wants the single, but rightly sent back. And a swift piece of work in the covers will probably send us upstairs and have a look at the third umpire's decision. It's known as a real strength for Nepal, the speed between the wickets. But just as well, the Kushal Malla sent his skipper back. Did he get home, Paresh?
Looking at his body language, he looks okay, but it's all the replay.
71. Oh.
I think he's made it. Yes, he has. That was a very good call by Kushal Malla, sending his captain back.
Yeah, just as well, Malla had the presence of mind to say to his skipper, no. So real growth, didn't we, for Kushal Malla through the inaugural Nepal Premier League last year. Given one of the 8 captaincy roles. Confirmation on the big screen there. But it is indeed much to the delight of the thousands of Nepalese fans who are piling in here to Sharjah. Probably 5, 6, maybe 7,000 or so expected for the opening night. Yet another arm ball. Speared in, angled in. Nepal cannot get to grips with Akil Hussain right now. It's 20 for 2.
Hi, I'm Monishma. Pura naam bhanyo bhane social media ma stalk garcha.
It's delicious.
For consecutive appearances at the T20 World Cup.
Yeah, Nepal going to Oman after this series.
Jura, Dipendra,
Matches. And then 8th of October, the real thing begins. Asia qualifiers. Top 3 will qualify for the next year's T20 World Cup.
It's going to be a huge tournament. That's the first time that the 2 regions have been put together. And here is the 4 debutants, young Raymond Simmons. Immediately cut away, but there is protection out there. He was given his cap by Carlos Brathwaite. It will have been a big moment for the young Bayesian. 4 debutants, not 4 international debutants, because remember Kareem Agor, of course, has played for the United States of America, but having been born in the Bronx in New York, he will get his chance to represent West Indies in due course, not capped tonight. He'll probably get his chance later in the series. But for other debutants, Amir Jangu, young Akeem August, who a lot are talking about the left-hander as being maybe the most prodigious of the talents. TNT leg spinner Naveen Badesi, and then the left arm seamer they were watching here. He went quite well in the CPL, Rahman Simmons. Beats the outside edge. Paresh, can you get across maybe the sense of the importance of this week for people in Nepal, given a month that nobody's going to forget?
Yes, it was a very difficult situation in Nepal for the last 10 to 15 days. But this cup is going to be very important, this series, to unite the country. In the meanwhile, Roy Paudel just speeding outside the off stump, trying to fish the ball.
It's a shot, it's a trademark shot that Rohit Paudel loves. Those that were part of the West Indies A tour of Kathmandu last year, they'll have been having nightmares about that one because Paudel was the top scorer in that series. He's at it again, and he plays it ever so well.
The key to the shot was the head was very still. Watched the ball hit the bat, played it very fine towards fine leg for a boundary. Rohit scored a century and 250s in the series against West Indies A last year, the 5 T20 series.
Yeah, I think there's a great relationship, isn't there, building up between the Cricket Association of Nepal and Cricket West Indies. Whipped away with real quality. Not quite the first maximum, just one bounce and 4 makes it back-to-back boundaries. And the noise starts to reach fever pitch levels here in Sharjah.
That was picked up very nicely on the legs by Rohit Paudel, the captain of Nepal. Pick-up shot towards square leg. There's no fielder in the boundary line. Much needed back-to-back boundaries for Paudel. It's very important for Rohit to stay there till the end. Sharmalla, we know that he can hit the ball hard, he can hit out of the ground, but is 7 of 6, whereas Paudel is 13 of 13.
Well, if you close your eyes, you might think right now you're in Kathmandu because the noise is starting to echo around the chambers of this historic ground. More international cricket played here than any other venue in the world, and it's very fitting that it is here that we are seeing the first ever international series between these two sides. So much work has gone in from the men you heard before the start of the match, from the president of the Cricket Association of Nepal, Chatur Bahadur Chan, from the secretary there, you can see him second from the top right of your shot, Paras Kadke. I don't think they've slept much over the last couple of weeks, but the job they've done in terms of pulling this series together, quite phenomenal. The first of many, let's hope. Just a flick of the pad, no, says the umpire, and the arms are extended, given as a wide.
147 versus 1.
Let's look at the replay. Ball down the leg side. I think it's going down the leg side. But the two most experienced umpires of Nepal, Putti Bahadur Pradhan and Durganath Subedi, are the in-field umpire.
Ooh, big wide this one, and Rohit Paudel says quite fancy the strike and a bit more of that. That's gone significantly from the hand. Probably looking to go tight to leg stump. It's closer to the guideline on the leg side. 3 runs that the Nepal fans love.
Yes, that was very wide. The ball didn't control. Square leg umpire is Putti Bahadur Pradhan, and the umpire in front is Durganath Subedi, the most experienced umpires of Nepal. TV umpire Vinay Kumar Jha from Nepal. Reserve umpire Akbar Ali.
Fantastic, all 3 of the primary umpires from Nepal for this home series in essence. Whipped away, but there is protection out there, so it'll just be a single. The critical final over the power play goes for 14. Nepal just starting to grow their first innings. It's 34 for 2. End of the power play. 14 overs remain in this first innings. Remember, if you're just tuning in, a warm welcome to all watching Cat Max back there in Nepal. Of course, the Sony channel's there in India as well, but critically, big thanks to the routine of Nepal Bandit team as well, who are broadcasting this online as Fabian Allen comes into the attack. To commemorate today's match, they're actually celebrating the launch of their routine of Middle East page. It's a very popular page there. It keeps all the facts and information. It was so critical across the course of the last month as well. So our thanks to the routine of Nepal Bandit team for their support. What a series, what an occasion, Paresh.
Yes, it sure is. Thanks to Cricket Association of Nepal and Cricket West Indies to have come up with this bilateral series in Sharjah. Purian is the third highest run getter in the T20 international for Nepal.
This is one of the reasons why Kushal Mall has been brought back into the side. I think some thought he was unlucky to miss out on that tour of Scotland, not necessarily in the ODIs, but in the T20I format where he's got such a prodigious strike rate. I think he ended up over 150, 160. He'll be looking to take on the left arm spin, the ball turning into him. Sitting down the ground. Just one bounce and it flies for 4. It's the return, the rebirth here of Kushal Malla. He's into double figures.
That was hit very hard by Kushal Malla, straight down the ground. In the air, hit it straight. Didn't go to the mid-wicket region. That is why he connected it so well.
Pumped down the ground again. The long off reads it nicely to keep it to just a single. Big boost, I think. Good call from Stuart Law and the selectors to get Kushal Malla back into the side. Still in the early stages of the Law era. Everyone adored the Nepal fans, the Monty Desai era, the tales of the 11 wins from 12. The heroics in Kathmandu and here in Dubai and going to a first Asia Cup and back to the World Cup. Stuart Law's in place now. I don't think you can argue with the squad that he has here. It's definitely Nepal's best one.
Yes, it is. And as the head coach Stuart Law and the assistant coach Ganendra Malla, the former captain of Nepal. They are very good players.
Aggressively run single. The Powdle is ever so quick. Him and Irie, you won't see quicker in the world game. It's 41 for 2. change of bowling. We'll see Obed McCoy come in. That's the batters that we see to come. Probably Sandeep Jura in next, but again, it may depend upon whether it's the right-hander or the left-hander that falls, because Gulshan Jah continues to astound, doesn't he? Such a quality player in so many ways. Probably bowling a little bit less than you would have thought. Speaking of legends, Vinod Das in the top right of your frame, the former national team captain, now the cricket manager of the Cricket Association of Nepal.
I think he certainly hasn't been getting much sleep the last few weeks as well. A Trojan effort from everyone involved. So one left-arm seamer will replace the other. Plenty of quality in this West Indies side, despite some of the big names. Missing Obed McCoy. Some of his slower balls and variations will be difficult for Nepal to play. They've recovered from losing the two openers. How do you assess their position right now?
I think it's a decent position for Nepal. These two guys slow. McCoy has played more than 40 T20 internationals for West Indies.
It's the outside edge. Maybe just rushes Powell a touch for pace. You think about the start of the series, all of the nerves, you could almost feel it, couldn't you? Not just from the players, but the fans checking their vision. Is this real? Is this a fever dream here in Sharjah? So having lost the openers, having got themselves into a tricky position, there's a good partnership just building up here. It's worth 30 off 27. Now they've got to start assessing in these middle overs as to where they can get to with 5 to go to drive home a 150, 160 plus score. The reality is that they're going to need that kind of a total, aren't they, to have a realistic chance of opening the series with a win.
They need at least above 140 to have a chance to go at West Indies, because they are very power hitters. They are known for power hitting. That is what Rohit Podal mentioned in one of his interviews about West Indies.
The average first inning score here actually up over 170, but the good trend for Nepal this year, there's been a lot of T20s here, the likes of the Asia Cup. We also saw a really good series for UAE taking on Afghanistan, Pakistan here. Good trend is of the 10 games played this year, 8 of them have been won by the side batting first, but average first innings total up over 170, 175, so they've got to get into some kind of a position to launch in the last 5. We know the power they possess. Gulshan Jah can clear the ropes, Dipender Singh Airi can clear the ropes. There are only 5 international cricketers to hit 6 sixes in an over. Even Nandan Yadav all the way down at number 7, certainly very capable, and God knows where Karen KC is going to come in, the folk hero himself. As we watch the scenes in Scotland, won't forget his potential with the bats.
I think the ball also fit got the toe end of the bat. Kushan Malla tried to play that down to extra cover. Ball squad, Sandeep Zora the batter. Kushan Patel. Arif Sheikh is also a very good batsman in good form as well. Lokesh Bum, Asif Sheikh is already out. Rohit Podal, Mohammad Adil Alam, he's making his comeback in the series. Dipender Singh Airi, the fastest T20I 50 for him.
I think it was picked in fairness to Malla, but McCoy stretches a right arm. You look at the kind of depth and the strength of that Nepal squad, there's no doubt that there's plenty of all-round options. Could stop this one from McCoy. You think about the number of skills they have, there's probably 7, 8, 9 bowlers in each 11 that they field, because particularly the growth of Kushal Bertel's bowling with his leg spin, and with no Lamachani in the 11 today, he'll have to fulfill that wrist spin role. Rohit Powell is capable if there's left-handers in there with his off breaks. It's a good over, great start from Obed McCoy, just the 1 run off the bat in the over. It's 43 for 2.
हामी हौ केआईसी अपलोड स्टडी तथा टेस्ट प्रिपरेसन को लागि एउटा विश्वसनीय नाम। अस्ट्रेलिया, यूके, यूएस, क्यानाडा, न्यूजील्यान्ड कहाँ पढ्न जान चाहनुहुन्छ तपाई? आउने हैन त केआईसी।
Bye. अहिले लाइभ गर्छु यार